When designing the 12 o'clock, we again try to aim at two key positions. Number one, improved aesthetics, and number two, improved functionality. So I'll just talk you through the various features of the cabinet to kind of demonstrate what that means. So starting off at the top, we have a dedicated location for the CPU. So why is that there? So we don't want the CPU to take up valuable real estate at the bottom or at the top of the cabinet. We want it to be out of the way.
Right.
Of course, if you want to access that CPU, we have USB ports located either side of the central trunk, so you can still very easily plug in cameras, etc., to access that CPU.
Right.
Finishing up at the top here, something that I would like to show is the fact that the doors open all the way to the back. Why is that? We determined that the usual kind of access way to the uppers is from that direction. So with the doors opening that way, that is the most ergonomic way for them to open. It makes less sense for them to open the other way.
Right into their face.
Exactly.
Right.
Going down here, this is what we call our technology center. It has the clock timer in it. Very importantly also, it has a monitor slide in it. You'll notice that the monitor can rotate all the way around. So as x-rays are taken, somebody at the back can still have a look at the monitor screen. Of course, whether you're allowed to do that or not depends on which state you happen to be in.
Right.
Going further down here, these are the mid modules, a lot of different options available here. Importantly, we also have electrical connections up here, so as equipment is stored in here, typically on an equipment side, it can be plugged directly into an outlet here, so no longer do you have to wire things through, kind of find your way. The dentist can very easily plug and play.
Right.
Skipping down straight to the countertop, our research indicated that people really wanted more countertop space on their rear cabinets. So we number one, we made the countertop itself much larger. We have 50% larger countertop space versus the replaced product. But also the countertop is accessible from the sides. In nearly all other 12 o'clock cabinets, the countertop is really enclosed by two steel columns.
Right.
That's kind of like operating in a telephone booth, right? You've got no space. Well, over here, everything's opened up, so you can really have true access to the countertop.
Plus, undermount lighting makes it easy to see everything
exactly.
down there, too.
And you'll notice there's a light integrated in here as well.
Right.
Next thing down that I'd like to point out in the lower modules over here, for the front-facing modules, we have a pocket door system. So whatever configurations you have in here, including equipment shelves, etc., this door is entirely out of the way as those are accessed. Over here in this mid box over here, we have just a cover plate over it, which makes a nasty sound when we pull it off. But there's really a wealth, 6 outlets all in all. So it's very easy to wire things through, including the CPU that's at the top here, to these outlets. So it's very easy to hook various bits of equipment up. And it's also pretty easy to put back in.
So ultimately, the benefit here is that we're looking at something that's fully customizable. If you're a pedo office or an oral surgery office, you're going to be able to put together an operatory that will work for you.
Absolutely, a wealth of options, kind of catering for whatever is needed.
Right. Well, Marcel, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jeff.
The new cabinet line from Pelton & Crane. If you'd like more information, just click on the Request Information button there. I'm Dr. Jeff Rohde with Dental Compare. Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Rohde with Dental Compare. We're at the 2008 ADA meeting in San Antonio, Texas. We're at the Pelton & Crane booth with Marcel Hall. Now, Marcel, Pelton & Crane has always been kind of an innovator with the way they do cabinets, but one of the things we see when we travel across the country is there's a lot of offices that are just kind of using it's not even another competitor's product, it's just standard cabinets. I mean, how has Pelton & Crane done something different for the treatment room itself?
When we developed the product, we figured out that we wanted to take two key positions. Number one, we wanted to have the most beautiful cabinetry out there. So you may ask, why beautiful? It's supposed to be functional. Well, beauty would create a nice, relaxing environment for the dentist, the dental staff, and of course also the patients, because you want the patients to come back. Number two, we did also aim to produce the most functional cabinet out there. Functional, what does that mean? That means cabinets that drive efficiency in their operatory, and improve ergonomics.
Right.
And what we did is we spent a lot of time just observing, sitting in dental operatories and figuring out how we can improve things, and we saw that there is really a lot of room for improvement. Associated with all these products, there's about 6 patents pending that really stake our claim behind the various innovations that are going on.
Right. Now, it seems like a lot of the cabinets are geared toward that 12 o'clock position, but most of your innovations that I've seen are in the side cabinets.
There's a lot of innovation going on in the 12 o'clock cabinet as well, but we found that the side cabinet is probably often overlooked, but at the same time it's really of key importance in the dental operatory. The dental assistant, it's really her entire work area is the side cabinet, and hence we spend a lot of time thinking about how we can improve the situation, and you'll see there's a lot of innovation that's going on over here.
Right. Well, let's take a look.
So starting off at the kind of talking you through from head to toe, we have a little patented drawer system over here. It comes with an insert inside it. So for the first time ever, we have a drawer system that is now within easy reach of the dental assistant. She no longer has to kind of grab behind her.
Right.
There's no drawer system that kind of collides in with her, etc., etc. So that's that. Then going further down to the regular drawer bank over here, we have a comprehensive range of drawer inserts that we developed with dental assistants, so everything can be organized and stored where people actually want it.
Right.
Most of the systems are kind of half drawer systems, so still allowing a certain degree of customization.
And really the key here is that the assistant sitting here, she doesn't have to reach very far to get what she needs to do.
Exactly, and everything is organized. Typically now what we observed is all kinds of stuff in this area is all jumbled up. It's all mixed up, it's confused, nobody knows where it is. So it really kills efficiency. Because during procedures, things have to be kind of searched for, etc., etc. This really organizes things.
Right.
And also, last note on these drawer inserts is that they're purposely finished in a very gloss finish so that they can be easily cleaned. You can take them out, put them in the washing machine, go again.
Right.
The next module down here, again, we observed that a typical operatory is littered with barriers and cavity wipes, all the stuff on the countertops. That's not where you want it.
Cluttering the mess.
It's not a good aseptic situation either. So in collaboration with Pinnacle, we developed this little module. It houses all manner of barriers and then also cavity wipe system. So the idea is that number one, it cleans up everything, and number two, as the operatory gets turned around, everything is in one point of use location. Again, that drives efficiency because no longer does anybody have to look around for this stuff. It's really got its little dedicated area. And then the last thing, of course, you don't have this on the countertop anymore. It's in a nice stored away location.
And then you hide it when the patient comes in.
That's right. Exactly. Last bit I want to talk about is we have as an option an air-water connection at the end here. We found that a lot of times hard tissue lasers, etc., are parked at the back here. There's tubes running all over the show. Well, now people can just plug that straight in the back here, not worry about anything anymore.
Great. And that's available for both sides, right or left?
Everything that you see here is available over there as well.
Great.
Also, you may notice that is a smaller cabinet than this one. It's only 69 inches wide. This one's 82 inches wide. So the point being, these cabinets are available in a whole range of different sizes of shapes.
Fit into any operatory.
Exactly.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jeff Rohde with Dental Compare. We're here at the Pelton Crane booth at the CDA convention with Tim Thompson, looking at their new center cabinet and everything it has to offer for your operatory. Tim, thanks for your time.
Appreciate it.
What makes this one so different?
Well, the add-on of a central cabinet really gives us the benefit of giving the doctor and the end user some distinct advantages. We have a real savings on space because we have a cabinet that will accommodate 2 treatment rooms from the view of having one sink, okay, and then we have a shared sharps container, okay.
So this is then comes around to the curve where you can actually see, you know, a hygienist on this side and this side are sharing the same sink.
Exactly.
Sharps container.
Absolutely. Also, on the upper part, we've got shared storage, and we also have dual glove holders on the assistant side or on the operator side.
Right. Now, this is a pretty nice finish on these. I mean, this comes in a variety of colors. The cabinets are different colors.
Absolutely. So we've got a large selection on vertical laminates, okay, and then the solid surface selections as well. And that's one of the unique things with the product is the solid surface that we use is truly a thick 3-centimeter solid surface. So, past the glove and towel dispenser, we also have another pass-through cupboard. And this area we can share it on not only the operator side, which is what I'm standing on, but on the assistant side on the other. Okay?
Right.
So a couple of the benefits with the cabinet as we move back, we've put strategically in places a spare set of outlets. Okay. Also, we have optional USB ports. Okay.
Right.
Different technologies are used in the treatment room by numerous different doctors. So one of the important parts was being able to deliver that to the oral cavity and to the practice itself. This column right here, this is really the heart of the cabinet. And what it does is all of our power, conduiting, and whatnot comes through this column itself. Also, this is where we mount the x-ray.
Right. So it's completely hidden then. You don't see any of these things. It's perfectly aesthetic to the patient.
Absolutely. And that was the real goal of ours, is to make a very aesthetically pleasing cabinet as well.
Right. Right.
Okay? So in the x-ray area, if you put a long arm x-ray, something that's unique is we have the option to put additional storage in here.
Right.
And storage seems to be something that you can never get enough of in a dental office.
Right.
So we've got a potential cupboard up above, and then also a bank of drawers that can open on the assistant side in this area.
Right.
Okay? As we move back on the lower portion of the cabinet, we've got another bank of drawers that can be configured any number of ways, whether it's alternating, one on the operator side, two on the assistant side,
right.
An equipment drawer, any number of things and options that we've got there. So we move back also, we've got a pass-through cupboard that's shared between treatment room 1 and treatment room 2. Okay? And then in the back cabinet, something that's unique is we have a place for the lead apron. It's on a pole, a slide that goes treatment room 1 or treatment room 2. Makes it so you don't have a big ugly apron
Hanging on the wall on the side of the cabinet already, yeah. And that goes right through.
Yep.
So now, if I want to actually change these around a little bit, say I want to put a cabinet here rather than drawers, I mean, you can customize these any modular way you want.
Absolutely.
Right.
Piece of cake.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for your time.
You bet.
Tim Thompson with Pelton & Crane. I'm Dr. Jeff Rohde with Dental Compare.
Hello, I'm Wayne Watson with Belmont Corporation. We're in booth 4400 here at the Chicago Midwinter. We are introducing our new sterilization center behind me here. It's called the Qualis unit. It is 13 feet long. It has features and benefits that really address some of the challenges and the needs, and certainly the safety element of the sterilization area. You can see that all of our doors are frosted, and we call these laser mounted doors. Real nice fit, puck lighting, gives for a real nice subtle lighting effect. To access areas in the cabinet, we do have pneumatics built in. Pneumatics in this case is going to allow you to access the sharps and waste drop. And right above it, you have storage, which is the red light application, and again pneumatics, because we don't want you to be touching those doors. So dirty storage right here, running behind during the day, allows you to store them, bring them back, and then go through the sterilization process. On the countertop, again, utilizing countertop storage concepts, we countersink the cold sterile to the ultrasonic. This particular one is manufactured by Sonics 4. It is a large one for large IMS cassettes. We believe in cassettes. We think it's the easiest way and the safest way to transition instruments. This dually also drains both the cold sterile and the ultrasonic by the push of one button. As far as the back side of the cabinet, all customized. If you want some shelving, they usually will be tempered glass shelves. We get back to our instrument staging to the autoclave, and right at this point, as you know, you're going to be rinsing instruments. Historically, you see instruments laid out on towels. In our case, we've integrated the upper curve product, which accepts loose instruments or cassettes. It's going to enhance and speed up that process. Again, a safety element. You don't handle them, and they'll be bone dry going into the autoclave. Right above it, hand pieces. Everybody is using probably lube stations now more than any other time. This gets it off the countertop. It's going to allow access for the staff, and you can also reach the lube can on the side. Again, clears the countertop off. Walking down to our stereo tower, you can see that we have a Statum cassette built in. We have drip pans that are stainless steel. Once out of the sterilizer, wrapping built into the front of the cabinet. We get to the last stage, and that would be storing those clean cassettes. Therefore, we've done it. In this case, it's blue lights. If you have any other questions about our product, please go to takarabelmont.com. Thank you.
Hi, I'm here to demonstrate the operation and maintenance of your ADAC 1601 operator stool. To begin with, on the side here, you have an adjustment knob that will adjust the height of your back rest. The middle lever is for adjusting the angle of your back and the tilt of your seat. The front lever is for adjusting your height of your stool. So what you want to do is, to start off with, is go ahead and have a seat on your stool and lower it down to where your thighs are somewhat parallel to the floor. When you have that done, go ahead and loosen up your knob for your backrest height, and it moves up and down. It should be adjusted to where it meets the small of your back. Okay? So it just slides up and down where it feels comfortable in the small of your back. Then go ahead and tighten that knob. Your middle adjustment will move your angle of your back and the tilt of your seat. So pull up on that lightly and have your backrest come forward until you feel a little bit of pressure there. And then your seat tilt, you want it so you're right here on your underneath of your thigh, you don't have any pressure of the seat on your thigh. So you want to pull up on that lever and make sure you have it angled so you don't feel any pressure there. Then you go ahead and let it go and it locks into place. And then again, check your height. Make sure you feel comfortable in your height, and you have your thighs somewhat parallel to the floor. And that's your full operation. One other adjustment you have available is if you pull up on this middle lever, you're going to get all the way up. It'll lock in place, and you have like a floating movement of your backrest. It's without holding a lever. It's moving all the time, staying with your back, and also with your seat tilt is going and moving all with any movement you make. So if you lean forward, it tilts forward, and your back also stays with you. If you do want it locked, all you do is push that lever down, and it locks in place. That's the operation. Now for maintenance, if you need to clean your upholstery, you should use just a mild detergent and wipe it down. If you need to clean your casters, sometimes they build up with dirt, floss, some dust will get in the casters. Just clean those up. ADAC has two different types of casters. One for linoleum floors and tiled floors. The other one is for carpeted floors. So you want to make sure you have the correct caster for whatever floor you're using the stool on. If you need to replace them, they're easily replaced. They just pull out, and you can order a new set from your Burkhart representative. Just contact them and tell them they can order some. If you're having any trouble in adjusting the height of the stool, if it's not moving up and down smoothly, what you want to do is take some light oil and just coat the cylinder with that oil and move it up and down a few times, and that'll lubricate your stool cylinder. That's the operation and maintenance of your ADAC 1601 operator stool.